y'all can see me. Peace and blessings. It's been a long day. I just got off of work. But this video may be a little bit lengthy. I was at work and I was talking to one of my coworkers, and we just were talking about, money, finances, ways to cut back on things. And when I seem to talk about this with people, they always kind of compliment me, and they's like, oh, I never thought about it like this, or I never thought about it like this. Basically, that's what people say. So I wrote a few things down that I think, can help if you're trying to clear your debt. And the reason, not only because my coworker said something, but this is November of 2019, and I made a damn good effort this year to cancel as much debt as I have and as I could. And I sat down like a week ago and I added up all the debt that I canceled this year, and I promise you it's almost $10,000. I still personally cannot believe it, but I do believe it. And I'm going to tell you guys some of the things that I did. Now, these aren't things that I just decided to do this year, but I decided to combine all of the things that I've been doing over the years to try to take it a little bit more aggressively head on, because canceling my debt is one of my biggest goals in life. And I'm not someone, let me give a couple disclosures. I don't have no background in finance or all that stuff. I'm just a regular person trying to clean up my credit and clean up things in my life. And I don't have credit cards like, some people get credit cards when they're in college, and the next thing they know, they grown out of college and they got 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 worth of credit card debt. Those aren't my situations. My situations are a little bit different. So let me kind of give you some things that I wrote down. Okay, learn to do for yourself. Some of the things that we depend on other people to do out here in the community at different places, you can be doing those things for yourself. Okay, ask for help within your community. So like if you go to different places like maybe resource centers, rec centers, they have financial classes that'll help you. If you somebody that don't know how to write checks, balance your accounts, do things like that, the bank, if you have an account like Wells Fargo, BBVA, people like that, they have courses that'll help you manage the money that you have. It's in your online banking. Use those resources because you're putting your money in those banks. They're investing them. Use those resources to help you. Healthcare. If you're someone, maybe you're a single mother, or you're a person that's just, one person in your household, and your income is, in certain counties, if it's less, like Harris County, if it's less than $40,000 or $30,000, you can go and get insurance through the county. Now, some people say they don't like the county because it's the county, but I know here in Houston, like the county hospitals that they use, they're really good hospitals. Bentob, Baylor, Baylor's really good school, so they have good resources here. The only thing is that when you get the insurance through Harris County, they call it a gold card. When you get those type of insurances through the county, there's thousands of people in front of you. You may have to wait 1 or 2 months to get you a good appointment. But I mean, if you fit in a financial bracket, you're not going to have to pay anything to go. So healthcare is important. Taxes. If you're somebody that owe the IRS, I cancel over I think $3,000 $3,500 this year with my taxes. If you're somebody who has taxes that you owe, back taxes or something like that to the IRS, and you are currently working a job, I'm gonna tell you the same thing that this man told me about 5 years ago when he did my taxes. He said, you the only person, you had a household, you this, you that. You need to start claiming zero exemptions. So claim zero. When you go to fill out your, what is that, a W? What is that? I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a long day. I know W-2 is what you get back, but the other one that you fill out and you put your exemptions on. You usually carry, do one for yourself, and then if you have a dependent or a child, you put 2, 3, whatever your exemptions are. Do 0. If you have money that you owe the IRS, all of that money throughout your time working is going to go off to pay your debt. That's the simplest way to do it, because if you rely on yourself to get a paycheck and turn around and say, well, I'm going to send the IRS $20 this week, I'm going to send them $100 this month, $300, within the next couple months. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it might be, less obtainable if you get the money in your hand and then something come up and you have to put it into your car or something like that. So just do 0 exemptions. Let that money go ahead and go straight to them. And then when you get, when it's time to get your income tax, you might get more. Or if you owe them, that money will just go towards the balance that you owe. And I did that. And so that's why I was able to cancel some of that debt. So, that was a easier way. Grocery shopping. Okay. If you like chips and crackers and snacks and stuff like that, go to the dollar store and get that stuff. They have pretty good decent stuff at the 99-cent only store, Dollar Tree, real dollar stores. I ain't talking about the Family Dollar, like places like that. Go there and get your little snacks and stuff like that, and then go to the other stores and get your produce and your meat. You might have to go to 1 or 2 places, but it is what it is. You'll cut back if you decide to just make that adjustment. If you go to the farmer's market, you can catch a lot of deals too, and that's organic. Most of the stuff there is organic produce, so it's like a win-win situation. Just try to balance everything out. No car note if you can. I know it's not always easy. Try to push your money to the side or whatever you can do and get you a cash car. I have not been paying car notes ever since I stopped paying car notes. Do not pay car note. Get you a cash car, even if it's something that you know what I'm saying, you want to be fly, blah, blah, blah. Just hustle up on the money that you need to get you a cash car. So that way, all you'll have to worry about is your insurance and, keeping up the maintenance on the car. It's hard when you have to get full coverage insurance, pay a car note, and try to keep up on your maintenance if you don't have a good warranty on the car. All of those things add up. They put stress on your body, stress on your life, and you just don't need those things, okay? No notes on the phone. I do not believe in paying on no phone, and I don't believe in paying on a car note. People are getting these phones that's costing $1,500 to $1,600, and you paying damn near a car note on the phone. Make some decisions and prioritize, okay? Thrifting. I thrift. I tell you guys this. I talk about it. Asher's Closet. I thrift. Sometimes you can go to thrift stores in different neighborhoods and you'll come up on new clothes with tags. All you have to do is take that stuff home, wash it and dry it. Wash it and dry it whether they got new tags on it or not. But wash it and dry it. You don't always have to think that you can't find name brands because you're going to a thrift store. If you want to be more prosperous and if you want to cancel this debt, you got to be serious about this thing. You really got to be serious about it. So don't be embarrassed about going to the thrift store. Don't let nobody tell you that, when you go in there, make sure the stuff is clean, make sure it's new, no holes, no stains, nothing like that. Get that stuff, go wash it and dry it and press on. Every day I've been going to work, people be like, oh, that's cute, and the lady was like, oh, is them those today she asked me, I saw some jeans like that in Ashley's store. I said, yeah, these the Lane Bryant high-rise pants. I paid $25 for them. They was new with the tags on them. So, you can't limit yourself. You have to think outside the box. You have to realize that what you're trying to do, your goal is better than, your temporary adjustments that you have to make. Stop eating out so much. I know people who eat out every freaking day. If you somebody that do eat out 7 days a week, try just doing 5 days a week and cut those 2 days out and buy you some fresh fruits and vegetables, eat and cook in your home. You understand what I'm saying? Even that 2-day adjustment a week, you will realize like, damn, I didn't spend $20 for breakfast, $20, $30 for dinner, whatever your budget is. You can cut back a lot a week per month if you just decide to cook a little bit. If you somebody that can't cook, just eat you some fresh fruits and vegetables. Can you get you some rice, boil in a bag? Do something. Figure you out something. Go on YouTube and find somebody, okay? Ladies, let's let go of these bundles. These bundles is setting y'all back. I'm telling you, I ain't never bought no bundles ever in my whole life. But y'all know I will throw a wig on if it's cute. But I do not pay a lot of money for weave. I find a way for it to look nice, but in a cheap fashion. I just can't. It's something that's temporary. I feel like if you put that kind of money into something, it ought to be an investment and it ought to have a return. And if you think a man telling you that you look good is a return, you need a whole nother video that I can't produce right now. Okay, so, those bundles, those manis, and those pedicures. Look at my nails. I've been growing my nails out. Y'all know in my other videos, I be talking and my hands be out and my nails be fly. buy, okay? Last time I got my nails done, it was for my birthday. It was in June. I think my set was 60. It was real nice. Like, I had these stiletto nails, and I always get the powder, and you know, my nail tech love to see me coming, because I want my shit to look right when I get up out that chair. So I pay for it. You know, I'm not telling y'all all of this because I don't know no better. I'm telling y'all this because I know better, okay? To cut back on what we don't have to have temporarily. If I can do these things for a year or 2 years to get myself up out of debt, don't you think it's worth me doing it? You know what I mean? It's getting to the point where I'm getting older and I'm realizing that the things that I want is changing. You know, I want to be able to have no cash in my hand, just to be able to walk into somewhere, point at something, and walk out with it because I have credit or a home or something like that. You know, even if I don't have any children, I still got to build a life up for myself, okay? So let's cut back on the bundles, the manis, and the petties. You can go to Sally's and get you, don't cut yourself, but go to Sally's and get you some cuticle clippers if you want to do your own pedicures at home. They got videos on YouTube on how to do sugar scrubs, all natural stuff you can do at the house to pamper yourself, or have your man do it for you. Just stop going to the shop for a little while. Cut back. Research better companies for low prices, like with your lights. Now, I told y'all in another video I had in the loft last year. If you can look at those videos, I did Airbnb, and the company that I was using is the same company I'm using now. But the lights, like my lights were so inexpensive for a place that's 5 times the size of the place that I'm in now. So I'm like, what the hell? I called the light company. I tried to have somebody come out here. They used to come out here and check your meter for free. They want to charge you for that now. So all of these things, you know, count. Make sure your kilowatts, you know, if you're in Houston or in Texas, make sure your kilowatts are like 9 cents, 10 cents per kilowatt. Nothing more than 12 cents, because I think that is very high. Anything more than 12 cents. And see what they're doing now with the light companies, not to go too far off into this now, but with certain light companies, they said it's all of them, but I've been looking into it. If the light bill is $40, CenterPoint is charging like 70% of that. You know what I mean? So they're getting a good portion on top of the $40. So it's the $40 for your lights. They damn near charging you a whole nother bill, a base amount, your taxes, and the next thing you know, you ain't even use that much energy. A $40 light bill then turned into a $90-something light bill. So it's ridiculous. So find you, shop around. I don't recommend that you do prepaid lights, because if you use a certain amount of lights, you know, and you keep things plugged in, next thing you know, they texting you telling you that your balance is low all the time. Just find you a good company. And another thing is when you leave the house, cut the lights off. Keep your light on so you can see when you walking up in your house. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no surprises. But, you know, you don't have to leave your TVs running, or your laptops running, or your games and your PSVs and PS and all your game consoles and stuff. Unplug all that stuff. Unless it's something that you have to keep reprogramming every time you plug up, just unplug it. You don't have to go through all that. Okay. We don't need cable no more. I see people with satellite dishes and cable still. Let that go. Get you some streaming. Get you Hulu, Netflix. That'll cut about $200 right there out your life. I had a homegirl told me she had to convince her mama. She had to convince her mama so much to let the cable go. Cable $200 something a month. Yes, let that cable go, Nana. Let that cable go, Auntie. I don't know why people just get set in their ways and they don't want to let stuff go. So those was my things, you know. If you make those small changes, I promise you, some other things. Let me give you some other things, personal things that I did. I sat down and I wrote a mantra for myself. Basically, a mantra is something that you say over and over again, so it is embedded in your mind. You continuously meditate on it, so when something else arises, like, you know, people be like, the devil stay busy. Basically, when that lower self start rising up in you, saying, I'm not ever going to accomplish this because this keeps happening, that mantra kicks in and says, I am out of debt. I am debt free. I am continuously living debt free. Whatever your mantra is, say it to yourself, because when something arises that you think is going to set you back, that mantra is going to help you keep going forward. I said a mantra. If you're somebody that's lucky, go to the casino. Try to win you some money. I'm not even gonna lie. Try to win you some money. If you're somebody who is good with numbers or something like that, find ways to do things to push you ahead financially. Don't let the lottery and the stuff set you back. But play games, go buy scratch offs, and maybe it's something that might help you. Don't get addicted to it where it's causing you to have another bill. Every now and again you can do that, because I've had some things happen to me where, what I'm saying, it's helped me, add on to this increase to get me out of debt. And that's why I'm telling you, go play bingo, things like that. Little things like that can help you get extra money in to cancel that debt. If it's anything else I forgot, I don't know. If it's anything else that y'all know, but just try to cut back water consumption. Try to keep your heat on a certain temperature, your air conditioning on a certain temperature. Research insurance companies. Research different things. Just do a little bit more research. And I promise you, I sat down and I added up that number, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But you know what? I told myself last year around this time, I said I cannot and I will not enter this year and go through this year. And I lost a job this year and everything, and I still stayed on track. So if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Stay prepared. Just try your best to do everything you can. So that's all I have to say, is I kept my mind on the prize, and I'm still going. This is November. I still have December to go, and I've already hit over $9,000 canceling debt. Oh, another thing I was going to tell you guys, if you're in a certain financial bracket, like I told you guys with trying to get the insurance through the county and stuff like that, if you're in a certain financial bracket and you have how can I put this? If you're in a certain financial bracket, there's resources. You know what I mean? There's resources that you can have. Call, like if you got a hospital bill, call the hospital and ask to speak to the financial department and tell them that you need some kind of economic hardship deferment, or something like that. Just like with financial aid, you can try to set up a thing where they can help you postpone. But see, with like hospitals and stuff like that, they have programs now where they can cancel it for you. And that was part of it that needed to be canceled for me. I had some bills from 2 years ago, and they got canceled because of the financial requirements that I met. So they canceled it, and it was like almost $3,000 worth of debt. So, I mean, I'm just being transparent and keeping it real. If you call them and tell them to let you speak to the financial department, let them know your situation. Say, hey, this is my situation. Is there anything that can be done? They'll mail you out some documents. Get those documents mailed in. Get the proof that they need for those documents. Don't call in line, and then send it back to them. And probably, it take almost a month, but the next thing you know, you'll get a letter in the mail saying that they canceled that debt. So it's been almost 20 minutes. I know I'm a rambler and I know I'm random, but I really want to put this out here because there's so much that people don't know that could help them. And I canceled over $9,000 worth of debt myself. So I'm really excited about that. I stuck to my goal like nothing else this year. I've only got my nails done once. I ain't been out to eat. I ain't bought no flights. I ain't went nowhere because it don't make no damn sense to go nowhere. You out here fronting like you doing it, enjoying your life on Instagram, and you got all this damn debt. So that's all I had to say. Peace and blessings to you. I'm Marquis Marie. You can check out the Poshmark store again. It's Astra's Closet. I am ASTRAS_CLOSET on Instagram. I'm Marquis Marie on Instagram. Marquis Marie here. I'm Astra's Closet here on YouTube as well. And then I'm on Mercari. I got a Mercari and a Poshmark store. I'm still Astra's Closet on all of that. So those are growing too. Do you some side hustles to help move you to the next level. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, man. Just put your heart to it. Put your mind to it. Keep your eyes and your ears open. Peace and blessings.